Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another Last Epoch dev stream. As usual, I'm your host, Mike. Hello. Lovely to see all your shining faces back here again as we delve into the age of winter. Let's go hop right in. Oh, how's everybody doing today? I'm having a good morning so far. I'm very excited because I get to do something fun tonight that I haven't done in a while. I get to draft magic, so I'm really excited for that. And you know what? I'm feeling good about this character. I'm feeling like we're gonna get to empowered. I've got to fight my first Harbinger today, as soon as we finish this one, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a solid day. I'm a little worried that I'm going to fail miserably at that Harbinger fight to begin with. But I think we're gonna go try and buy some stuff. We may have to list some garbage for cheap just to get our rank up, because our rank's still probably 1. We might be able to buy some upgrades here. How is everybody doing today? Also, I apologize if there's a little miscommunication on the socials. If there was going to be a stream today, that was my bad. But I am here. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. That's why I'm here. I would love to have your Last Epoch related questions, as I will do my best to answer them. And, oh, Aaron, day 57. Yeah. I've kind of lost track. I'm like, it's a lot. I'm just going to assume you're still going until I hear otherwise at this point as well. Also got my Ziz shirt on. I think this is my favorite shirt that we've done. It got put in a box because we're gonna be moving soon. It got put in a box, and we're looking through boxes, and I saw it at the top. I'm like, oh, that doesn't go in a box. Ooh. What new updates or new things are you most excited for Lich that is coming up that you're able to tell us? There's not really much I can tell you about it right now. The most of the Lich stuff that we are doing is still, I would call, in early design phases still. So we're not into implementation for any of it yet, which is usually where I come in. I'm really low on the active development for this patch. I've been working on next patch mostly. Myself. I mean, I just like, it's mostly stuff for everyone at this point. Is like the fit and feel of everything, and the get back here. Yeah, go that way. There's enemies that way. Yeah, go for despair. We'll take that. Ding. Here we go. Any controller action this week? No, I'm going to be playing on keyboard and mouse again. I had a blast playing on controller last week, but I do find myself more efficient and maybe not more proficient with a keyboard and mouse. And well, I know that I'm going to have to face off the Harbinger today, and I don't think it's going to go very well. So I decided to go to give myself my best odds. We're even gonna take a break before we attempt the Harbinger, and we're gonna go get our last passive point, because passive points are a lot of damage for us right now. Alright, more questions. Oh yeah, if you, I guess I should go over the rules. If you have a question for me, please put @Last Epoch Game in the question so it shines and stands out to me, and I know you want me to answer it directly. And we stream for charity, right above my head. Big charity banner, love it. So all the everything we do here goes to charity. Ooh, big chunk of health on that.
Death will not take me.
All right, more questions. Let me find them. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, let's just... We can do some deeps if we try. Not like a lot of them, but some. What's going on here? Get in the stash. Right, our organization is slowly falling apart, as I think everyone knew it would for me, but getting there. Yeah, just that penetration is it's nice. Nice node to have. Right, good afternoon, sir. How do you approach balancing the complexity of skill trees while ensuring they remain accessible to new players but still offer depth for veterans? Wow, that's a great question. Oh my god, I could probably talk the whole stream about this. Let's try and condense it a little bit. So, let's try and find a tree that I know really, really well to talk about, which isn't going to happen on my current build, but that's okay. I think what a lot of it comes down to is there's a few rules where the nodes that are generally directly connected to the center, so these nodes here, are usually one-liner nodes, sometimes two-liner nodes, and they're usually very clear, and they very clear on what they do and what type of gameplay style you want, and they try to be as different from each other as possible, so you can say so new players can really get an easy signpost of, hey, if I go this direction, I'm going to be getting this thing. Like, if I go this direction, there's poison chance. And if I go behind, and if I do things this direction, poison's a good way to go. If I'm doing poison build, go this way type thing. Like, and there's kill threshold over here, there's bleed chance over here, there's ward gained over here, and there's necrotic resistance threat over here. And they're one-liners, they're really easy, and they're really obvious where they are. And then so we try to cluster, this is for what we do to make it accessible for new players. And we try to cluster in nodes together that are obviously good together. So like these ones over here are all going to be similarly themed, and like these ones back here will all be similarly themed, and that clustering of similarly themed things that go well together just naturally means that a new player can generally hop into a tree and kind of just go, all right, I'm going to pick this cluster, and it'll most of the time work. And it's having that, like, I guess bringing the minimum and maximum potential for just making like normal decisions closer together. And normal decisions might be the bad way to put it, but like logical decisions, where if you've never played Last Epoch before, but you've played other games like RPGs, not even ARPGs, but just RPGs in general, you'll probably be able to make good decisions. And having that minimum power threshold be as high as possible is really important, and something that we do try to do. And usually that's done, and sometimes it's done through the art that sits behind the nodes as well, to like kind of cluster nodes together based on the art. You can it's a lot of little things that we try and push people in directions to get nodes that are clustered together. And then when there's a node that is more complex and has like maybe has a little bit more going on with it, I don't know if it's a really great example in here. We do try to make it something that is good. If it's gonna be, we avoid the term. We avoid creating things that are like noob traps, where it seems really obviously good, but when you put it together with other things that are similar to it, it's actually bad. And so we really try hard to avoid things like that. It's hard to do. Hard to come up with examples for all these things on the fly here, and I'm not really seeing great versions of them. But yeah, we try to do that, but then at the same time we try to have opportunities for like subtle synergies, things that maybe players won't take naturally if they're a new player, but as someone who has been playing for a long time will be able to find these these niche ways to combine abilities together, and usually that happens actually cross abilities. So it'll be things that reference like synergies that are between skills is usually where we try and put those seeds for really experienced players to get the most out of the systems. And it's kind of that moment when you switch from looking at a skill tree on its own to looking at your build as a whole cohesive thing, that most players kind of take that like next step into understanding how the systems work together and things like that. So that's why we try and put the harder to find synergies in cross skill synergies and have the individual trees themselves work pretty self-contained for the most part. And I'm sure we've broken every rule I just said, so you know, to a point. Yeah. It was a question I missed there, wasn't there? Okay. Oh no, it was tagged. Ha! Kane calling him out, but he did tag me. Can that Lich style not summon? Yeah, I don't use any summons at all. Oh, you mean like, am I allowed to do summons? Yeah, I am. Like, I have the ability, like, here, just look at all the abilities. I do have the ability to summon Skeleton, and summon Bone Golem, and summon Volatile Zombie. And I can gain access to summon Skeletal Mage. And there's some summons in here that you can generate. Where else are there summons? That's about it. But yeah, you could do a Lich summon build. It wouldn't operate as well as a Necromancer one. Necromancer is really designed to be the summoner. Like, and I think this is a big part of that signposting we were talking about for new players as well, is having these passive bonuses are often not designed to be build defining, but are designed to be naturally very synergistic and heavily signposting what's going on, because like you may not even use Summon Skeleton as a Necromancer. You may not even use Summon Skeleton Mage as a Necromancer, and you don't have to be a good Necromancer at all. It's just, this is being like, hey, you're a Necromancer, you want to summon things, you know, and just your minions are better. Like if you want to summon things and you want to be a Necromancer, like these go hand in hand. And we try and put those signposting things there, but like there's lots of builds in Necromancer that do not use either of these first 2 points in the passive tree. Is there any information when next cycle is? Next cycle starts Q1 2025, and we're calling them seasons. We are switching the name. All right, what do you think of Chimera's essence? Makes sense in your current build. Yes. I'm not using the slot for anything. I am following a build guide because I just don't trust myself enough. I've kind of deviated from it a little bit now, actually, I think. What was that? Oh, my hand was one off. Let's go. Let's get these more questions. Would you share your Lich build? Yeah, so I'm right now, I'll just tell you the one that I'm following. I'm following the just the Reaper Harvest build on max roll. Which should be fairly easy to find. If you're struggling, ping me and I will help you find it. Come on! Yes! Managed to stay and reperform. Go. Okay, more questions. This is from... Ooh. That's a long question. And I popped out of form. No! I think there's a very good chance I die here. Like 50-50. Little micro stun didn't let me dodge. Too bad. That's too bad. All right. This is from the last Eterra Monthly. Our weather team has noticed an anomaly involving thick fog and an ethereal floor. Yeah. Causing a bit of a stir. Travelers are encouraged to wait. I'm getting word that the fog is clearing and the ground has returned to its original solid state. The jig is up, Mike. Tell us what's up with the fog. That's the first time I've read that sentence. I do not know. Well, I mean, let's look at it. What's going on here? Thick fog, ethereal floor. Okay, I actually do know what this is about. Is that real? Is someone okay? So I'm sitting here being like, because I've never actually read this before, and I'm like, did you make this up and you're just like surprisingly close to getting something by accident, or is that actually real? I don't know. If you've made that up, I'm very impressed. Oh my goodness. That was risky. Oh, okay. It was not what I thought it was, and it was real. Can I just say that? Alright, I've been playing Necromancer, and I love how active they can be with my minions. Having a full melee army with skelly swords, death knights, and game bonuses from crits with harvest feel amazing. What are some design challenges of minion builds making them feel distinct from one another? Yeah, okay. So minion builds, having minion builds still have opportunities for active playstyle is you've kind of already hit on the main issue there. Okay, so before we talk about this, I'm just going to really quickly clarify the thing. It was a bug fix. That's all it was just a bug fix. I thought it was in reference to something else. I was just wrong and reading way too much into it. There was a bug fix. We fixed the bug. It was just saying, it was a weird way of saying we fixed the bug. That's all. Just an in-universe way. All right, so I've been playing Necromancer, and I love how active minions are. Yeah, okay, so having minions be an active playstyle in general, not just in Necromancer, has been a very difficult challenge for us, because there are people who really don't want an active minion playstyle. They want a very passive minion playstyle, and we want those players to feel like they can play the game the way they want to play. So balancing an active versus a passive minion playstyle against each other has really been the hardest part. And we do active playstyle minions differently for different classes. So there's the ways we do it on Necromancer are we have either active abilities that are only useful if you have minions out. So things like Dread Shade, Infernal Shade, mostly Dread Shade really. So things that you need minions out to interact with. And then there's like curses that go with that too. So there's things you can do that because you have minions, doing them is so much better. And so yeah, so that's active things you can cast, like curses and shades, things that attach to your minions. You know, it's ways that you can make your minions better through active playstyle. Then there's also sacrifice kind of falls into that category as well, where you're using your minions as, like, you're casting a spell and you need your minion there as the resources to cast that spell. So those are the Necromancer active playstyle options. for minion builds, but the minions themselves don't actually have like, once you've got your full complement of minions out and you're not planning on summoning anymore, you know, there's nothing left for your minions to do. There's nothing left for you to do on that slot, because, you know, like, you've summoned them, like, you're at the cap, and pressing that button again doesn't really do anything. Which is why we try in Necromancer specifically, there are a lot of ways that there are passive consumption of minions, and the minions' toughness isn't really overly high. Is generally because we want to give that opportunity for those abilities to still be, you know, have some reason to use them. So we make Necromancer minions a little bit more glass cannon-y. As a playstyle, than minions like companions, for example, which are designed to stick around for good.
Will not take me.
I didn't even look at those. What those were. Yeah. And then, yeah, so companions, when you summon them, like, so I know this question is specifically about, specifically asking about, turn these notifications off. That is distracting. And this is specifically about Necromancer, but so companions, when you when you summon a companion on Primalist, the ability gets replaced with an active ability. So you're kind of playing with that character, not using that minion. And then Falconer's a whole different story. But I guess that's a little look into the different ways we try and make things more active.
Take care.
Oh yeah, and then the last thing I should mention is minion abilities themselves that are active summoning abilities. So this is summon Wraith and summon Volatile Zombie. So minions that have fixed durations, which means that they will run out, and you have to like keep summoning them. So usually what the goal is there is, as an option for players, is you can where you can, come on, where you can, like, have a full army, where you can have 5 minion abilities. This was the problem we were trying to solve, I guess, is that when you have 5 minion abilities on your bar that are all Necromancer abilities, you literally have nothing to do at all, and you're just stuck there twiddling your thumbs, and that's no fun. So that's when we started introducing minion abilities that were that would give the option for active. Oh my goodness, I'm so dead. I'm so squishy. I'm too squishy for Harbinger, I think, and that's the problem. It's just gonna bot me, and I'm gonna die. Like, at some point, the degen's gonna catch up with me on Reperform, and I'm gonna pop out of form.
Yes. Be well.
I like that. Anyways, yeah.
It eludes me.
Okay, more questions. Let's not get distracted, Mike. That's what we're here for. Answer questions. So by renaming cycles to seasons, does that mean that we get season's journey or season themes? We're going to start doing that style of thing more and more. It won't be as explicitly one-to-one as what you might be considering as a reference to from other games, but you know, that style of thing, we experimented. We've been experimenting a little bit with it, and we're happy with the results. The initial results were very positive. So you're gonna start seeing that style of thing maybe a little bit more. I don't want you to say, like, I don't want you to expect too much of it right away. But I think the results from the first version of that we did were very positive. All right. This is part of the reason why we didn't want to do to share a name with another game's similar style of that thing in the first place, was that because it would imply direct mechanics specifically, and we wanted to be able to define what that experience, what that new season or cycle, it's what we used to call it, looked like. And by giving it a name that is shared with another game, we do kind of run into an issue where, you know, people see the same name of the mechanic and they assume that it's at least similar, right? So we kind of gotta decide how far from reality we can afford to, or reality of how far from expectations we can afford to go and still get the benefits from using the same name. All right, what information or details do you find most helpful in a bug report to efficiently identify and address the issue in Last Epoch? Clear and accurate reproduction steps. If there's a bug report that's just like fireball won't go, or even like a really detailed example of like what's happening in the situation, like there's a fireball that's traveling here and when it hits this object it does this. I don't want to know exactly what's happening. I want to know how you got there. I want to know exactly what steps. I want a numbered list of very clear and seemingly way too overly descriptive and obvious steps. Like, I entered the game on my hardcore solo offline character, and then I walked and I spawned into this zone, and then I walked and I teleported to this zone, and then I cast the ability in this direction, and then the bug happened. Like, I want the lead up to that bug to be so precise and accurate and clear that I can take those steps and follow them like just someone who all they can do is follow steps literally, and I will get the exact same results as you. I want as much lead up and stage setting information so that I can reproduce the problem directly myself. That's what I want. I want detailed reproduction. And Kane directly below it says reproduction steps is always number one. That's funny. Yeah, so we agree. All right. What is up with the portal shrines in dungeons? They've never spawned a portal. I thought we fixed that, question mark? Question mark? Oh, that was close.
Your death has come.
Oh, hey, texture missing. Does it have the... What is this? This is... I don't know what scene this is off the top of my head. It's like... Like M2D5 or something? I don't know. That doesn't matter. There it is again. Hey, purple. In the corner? Yes, thank you, in the corner. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. More questions. I love the teasers from the streams, but are there bigger announcements before the new year? I hope so. I mean, so we've got our monthly update coming, our November monthly update coming, and then we'll have a December monthly update as well. Taking lots of damage there. Reaper 4 makes me way too comfortable, because I'm like, I can't die. So yeah, I don't know if we'll do a like really big announcement for the end of the year, but there will be those monthly updates. We'll see. I'd like to get a little more details out there. we'll have most of the information on what's coming in 1.2 pretty nailed down before the end of the year. So like, we should be able to get most of it out. But this is one of those things that I'm very clear that I know so little about the best way to handle releasing information and marketing and all that sort of stuff. Because like, you want to, I assume you want to build up like get the hype train rolling at the right time, and you know, like how like long that hype train is going to roll is going to be determined on what's in it, and yeah, so I don't know the best way to do that. Yo, Mike, you've been hitting the gym. You've been slimmer, and your shoulders look broader, bro. Thank you. Yes, I can't find time to go to a gym, but you're looking at my gym. I'm standing in it. I can touch the wall and touch the other wall, and it's just big enough. But yes. All right. Any extra passive points coming with the new chapter? Eventually, when the new chapter does get here down the road, I don't think we'll add more passive points. I know we're shaking up how the like these passive point rewards and idle slot rewards down here, the way which we've got to do one more still before we hit that final. We're gonna do one more. So the way that these get delivered to the player is being relooked at and changed in such a good way. So that'll change. But getting actually, I think there'll still be 15 when we do eventually down the road add another chapter. Okay.
You've killed him. Give heroes champion a proud death.
That went so much better than I expected. Okay, so now we've got to do our passive because we're here at the end, we're ready to go. We only have 4%. It's not that bad, but we're gonna go do a passive quest. Are there any passive quests available? We should probably go this way because we'll find one quickest that way.
Right. I'm out. If it weren't for you, I'd still be.
We just got to get this one. This is the problem with the way the system is currently. Is that I got through the campaign and I missed them, and then I'm going back for it, and it's kind of like whatever, but I need it. Yeah. Always go back for movement speed shard. I'm not 100% sure why I'm killing anything right now. Okay, more questions. I did some Temporal Sanctum runs today. Awesome. The Portal Shrine didn't do anything. I was wondering if there's any specific conditions that must be met for them to work. No, they should work. If you are having a bug for this, please just make a bug report in game and we will get on it. Right. Yes. I see your ping, and I will answer this question happily. Let me go back up. Is EHG getting significantly faster developing content ever since the popularity from 1.0? While I love the time I've had with the game, I have a hard time enjoying it farther as the overall experience has felt extremely similar for years. Yeah, I think we are. I think the big thing that's happened is we've gotten... the quality level's been rising, I think. you know, we're less accepting of bugs, and you know, like when a feature rolls out, there's more strict rules on, you know, the quality level it needs to be at and the timing that it needs to be at, like the time before patch that needs to come out. So like I think we develop the content a lot faster, but we've put a lot of very necessary I guess procedural things in place that have caused probably a slight slowdown in content generation compared to what they would have been if we had just taken the speed up from, you know, getting better at this and adding more people and not adding those extra quality checks in. So overall, yes, faster, but not light speed difference, I would say. So yes, asterisks.
Impossible.
We do have, I think so. I think your point's well taken on the difference in like in the game and like what activities you can do and what's available and how it feels and all those sorts of things. And I think that we're, especially in 1.2, going to see a big shift in how the game plays and feels as you level and as you get into end game and as you know, all these things. It's gonna, I think there'd be a fairly significant shift in feel, which I'm very excited for. Come on, where's the passive point? Almost, I don't remember which ones I've done. I guess I could look at the, I could just look at the quest complete log, couldn't I? All right, MTX etc. is a good way to support you guys. Feels though bad when I'm playing Werebear Tornado build this cycle, and every time I enter Werebear, I miss the skin. Any news on what about skins for Werebear and Lich? So yeah, we are planning on ability specific cosmetics. Transforms are, so it's the amount of time it takes to develop skill MTX for, let's use Fireball as the easy example here, compared to an entire form that, especially like Werebear is probably one of the extreme examples where you know, you've got 4 special abilities that show up. Actually, Swarmblade form is probably the worst example because those abilities have sub abilities. But yeah, so because it's the main ability, it's the main form and 4 sub abilities that all have things that need to change. It's a lot. So when we do get skill MTX rolling out, I think you'll see more individual options for some abilities than others. So like you'll see more individual options for Fireball than you will for Werebear probably. But it's something we're working on. It's on the list. It's coming. These are the things we're doing.
I'm glad. And when he fled, I saw.
I can the heart of the citadel is beyond. There is an exit near the Emperor's throne, giving you a chance to strike.
Is this a passive point? Yeah. Haha. Okay. Almost there. Looking good, Mike. Sorry for being the 346th person to ask this, but can you say anything definitive about Steam achievements and or a season reward track similar to the Vault? Yeah. In 1.2, no, I can't. As far as Steam achievements go in general, yes, it is something we're working on. I know this is something that we were, we made a big list of achievements we wanted to put in at least initially. That was pretty recent. I know that as a like as we look forward to other platforms, some of them have kind of requirements for achievements. So I would expect achievements. I don't want to give you any sort of timeline on it. But yes, achievements is something that we are looking forward to. Right. When reporting a bug, there's an attach player data option. Which data is that? Asking so I know what to include and what to leave out of the bug report. It is... Ooh, good question. What is it? Everything all together. It is... it's your player log. I know that. So there's a log file that's generated with the game, just every time you play, and that gets sent. Your player log and your previous player log. So it's actually your last 2 play sessions that get sent. I'm pretty sure.
You killed him? If we pull this off, maybe I can.
I don't think it actually sends like the character data itself. Like it doesn't say like. I don't think we can see. Oh, you're playing Necromancer and you got points in this and that type thing. But I think it sends us the character name. It's so rare that we have to use that. The player logs is really the important part, and that's what when I see that I'm like, yeah, they include the player logs. Yes. Oh, we got a big one. Resub. Are there plans to do a balance pass on some existing underutilized unique items to make them more relevant? Personally, I would love to see items with spell/ability procs feel stronger, as outside of Dragon Song / Reign of Winter, they're quite underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, we're always looking at ways to make underutilized abilities fun. And, you know, sometimes there's certain ones where we're like, oh, there's this ability that's coming. We've got it. It's got to just wait until that ability comes in and then it's going to be great. Other times, you know, there's one that's like really good. It has a really specific role in the game, and buffing it to a point where it's also really, really good as an end game item can cause other problems too. So it's each one of those is done on a case by case basis. But yeah, generally yes. Yeah. All right. Don't know if this has been asked or addressed. Probably, but that's okay. I'm happy to answer it again. We're just gonna put this point in first. Gosh, all the pen. Okay. Now, we are gonna go to quick way. Is it bizarre?
Impossible.
This is how much I play COF normally. You just insta-clicked on the observatory. That's funny. All right, because we want to. I really want to try and find. I want to find a better weapon. Like it's the right weapon, but like, can I find a better one, please? Please. Rarity, unique, class, any. Oh, let me do this. Which one is it? Unique bone scythe. This is a 2-handed axe, right? I'm not crazy. Yes. Same type. Okay, confirm. Search. Okay. Let's do one. Let's embrace. Much better. Oh, right. Of course it requires rank 7. That's why I was going to rank up first a little bit. Okay. We've got some to deal with. It's going to cost 33. We don't have enough to buy it anyways. Can I just list a bunch of stuff? Okay, let's list some stuff. What are we gonna list? Do we have anything worth listing? No. Let's just list some stuff for fun. We're just gonna take all that.
Let's widen that wingspan, shall we?
There's no point doing it for 0. Let's do it for 5,000 gold. I don't know what it's worth. Probably nothing. Rank 6. Wonderful. Because we're not going to beat this Harbinger if we don't do this. Okay. We're going to need some more favor. So we're going to play some more. Maybe we'll try it.
Long, strong, and sharp axes. Yes. Hello?
We're just gonna give it a shot, I guess, because we don't have enough to buy what we want to buy. I wonder if there's a version that has.
Split 'em in half.
We probably still need to be babbling to myself here. Legendary potential. Legendary, yeah, we need to actually legendary ones. We need more. Okay. Never mind. We're gonna go try it. Gonna give it a shot. See what happens. Don't know if this has been asked before or addressed, but when will the Lich get some buffs or changes? I ask because I feel like Lich always uses Harvest as a base attack. Yeah, I agree. I think Harvest is doing a lot of heavy lifting on Lich, and having another option there would be really, really advantageous. I don't have any specific timelines on specific changes there. We're gonna give this boss a go.
This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. Behold the rage of winter. Shatter.
Where you going?
This is a mercy.
Am I stuck? I'm in there yet.
Stand in my way.
Okay, come on.
Shatter. This is a mercy.
Oh no, come on.
Do not stand in my way. Rise, my fallen.
Oh, I did that way bad timing.
Aid me. This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way.
Oh, come on. I am sorry that I'm not answering any questions right now. I'm feeling like going into this fight, I was like, oh, I'll just die, it'll be funny, whatever. And now I'm like, do I have a shot at this? There's a possibility it could happen.
This is a mercy. Shatter. Do not stand in my way. This I did what I
Okay, here's the hard part. Come on, get in quick. Oh no, I fell out of form. Okay, so now we're just gonna run. Oh, but if I don't drain, I'm gonna just die. Oh my god. Yes. Come on. Okay, we got to one shield. Oh, come on. No. Jesus. Come on. Oh, this is so stressful. I love it. I feel like we're so close. I feel like we're gonna get bonked right at the end here. Come on. Ow, my leg's cramping. Yes! All right. That went way better than I expected. Oh my god. You probably just increased armor, actually. You care about chill or cold? Our cold res is through the roof right now. Woo! All right. Oh, all right. Let's just take a second and Reign of Winter. That we were just talking about. Ooh, deep breath. That was great. Okay. Woo.
How are you still alive? Oh, and Traveler. You'll need to find
That felt good. That felt really good.
Alive.
All right, let's go do eyebrow. If any of you haven't seen it, this is the entrance to the pinnacle boss of the game right now. Okay. So we're into empowered, just like that. We're gonna get our butt kicked in empowered now. We're gonna answer some more questions here. There we go. Which one should we go to first? We have something in everything. We do have something in everything. Oh, we're missing. We know that that's not really an important one. But we never did it. We should finish it. Up here, leech rate, we love that. Experience, we love that. Lightning res, we don't love that. Let's go here. We have a ton, don't we? Yeah, so overcapped. Hi Mike, I recently went back to GD for a bit. I was having a blast playing a Pox build. I know EHG doesn't like these types of skills, but are there any plans or would you mind adding a skill like that that spreads dot damage all over the screen? I mean, didn't we kind of do that with the recent Warlock stuff? Isn't that kind of similar? And Spirit Plague? And right below it, someone says that's Spirit Plague. Yes, I feel like we do that. Question mark. You know what though? I feel like that one shot. I feel like that one shot deserves some love here. Here's your little teaser. Look at that, another conversion one. Vengeance. Base physical damage is converted to fire. Consequently, this damage scales with increased fire damage, but not increased. Yeah, this is just the standard text for all the all the conversions. But it is important to note that it is a full conversion. So Fizz Res Shred goes to fire, and Bleed goes to ignite. So it's the whole shebang, which is great. I think that's something that we should have done right from the start. With our conversions, is had them be more complete conversions right off the bat. Yeah. There we go. Vengeance gets a fire mode. Yes. That is what it says, right? Yeah, okay. I didn't just like read out the wrong one. I have another one too. I don't know if it's still legible down there in the small version, but we're going to leave it there. Let it hang out. In reference to the bug report feature, is there a way for me to attach screenshots or videos to a bug report? These are times when I can reproduce UI problems very reliably on my setup, but they may not act the same way on someone else's setup. I'd love to share exactly what I'm seeing, since the existing add screenshot button doesn't, to my knowledge, allow me to choose when I'm taking the screenshot. Yeah, it just takes a screenshot of like what's happening on the screen right then. Having it let you pick when the screenshot happens in game is a lot trickier. And recording a video is probably out of the question just because of data concerns. This is where having if you really need a specific, like a video to show it, or a specific screenshot, submitting the bug report to the forums is going to be your best option actually in that case. Or you can, I don't know if it sanitizes links out or not. You could try and put a link in there in the text to say like, hey, this is a like Yazo link or something that shows what it is. The other option is if you can get like if you really don't want to do any of those options and you really want to communicate how it works to us, getting those consistent repro steps is important, because we're gonna have to figure out those repro steps like anyways to fix the bug in the first place. And so if you can like tell someone else what those steps are and have someone else reproduce it as well, then you can just tell us the same steps you told them. Merch store update. Nothing. I keep asking. Let's do clips. I want that merch store so bad. So bad. Did I just get insta popped out? Okay. Oh, that's, yeah. All right. So that's interesting. Totally normal. I can adapt. Maybe it's a little bit of a problem here, I think. As a developer for its unique game within the ARPG genre and maintain its unique identity, how do you view other game releases, or how your game compares to other games? Inspiring, distracting to your own creativity? Definitely inspiring. Like, yeah, definitely inspiring. I love seeing new updates, new content, new releases for other games. Getting to try them out and play them. It's like, and it's not even, yeah. So like, it's definitely inspiring, and it gets the juices flowing. So sometimes I'll just be playing, and I'll most of the time the inspiration comes from a feeling that I have, where I'll be like, hey, like when this happened, I felt this cool thing, and I'll sometimes be like to myself, like, we don't really have that feeling in our game. How can I design a mechanic to get that same feeling? And that's really where a lot of the inspiration comes from other games, and it's awesome. Like, I mean, I never would have gotten into this. Yeah, I'm so not ready for Empowered. Never would have gotten into this if I didn't love RPGs in general. So like, yeah, inspiration definitely comes. When do we get to see you beat Aberon? I don't know. I'll do my best. Hopefully soon. I think I'll have to pick like I feel like I've really intentionally picked builds that are fun to play, work pretty well, and then kind of fall off in the hyper late game. And I think it'll be a while before I actually down Aberoth on a stream character. Well, maybe, you never know. You should have the loot lizards cast a cold AoE spell around them and call them loot blizzards. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a good one. What do you think of doing a battle pass? If you do one, I think it should have the amount of currency the battle pass costs in it, so you can keep them going. It seems like the least scummy way of doing them. Yeah, I think battle passes are a really interesting thing, and I've talked possibly controversially on battle passes in the past on stream. I think that there is potential in. I'm not gonna actually. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna try and level up some more because I'm just getting my ass handed to me in there. Let's. Armor's pretty rough for us. Necro Shred's pretty amazing. Okay, we're gonna go back here and actually try and get a new blessing, I think. Yeah, so battle passes in general. I think it is possible to do a battle pass in a way that is just awesome. I think it is possible. I think that there are examples of it out there where there are really positive battle passes that are just like, they're just W's for the game all over the place. And they are very few and far between. Usually when I talk about this, someone's like, this game did a really great battle pass. And I just never remember the names of them. I've never played one myself that I was like, this battle pass is amazing. But I think there's room for an awesome battle pass system to exist in gaming, and have it be like, for the people who aren't gonna pay extra money for some features, it's gonna be great for them. For people who do want to pay extra money for features, it's gonna be great for them. It's gonna promote actual gameplay content. You know, like I think there's opportunities for it to be really awesome, like fun and engaging, all sort of stuff. And I don't have a blueprint for that. I don't have like a magical answer to what that looks like yet. But I would love to try and make one. We are not currently planning on making a battle pass. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna die. That was close. So we don't currently have any battle pass plans right now. But, you know, in the future, if we find a great way to do it, it's possible. Was the Vengeance Node the only spoiler you have today? No, I have another. It's the only one I've spoiled so far, but I do have one more. I ambushed Kane today. I was like, I'm streaming today. Can I have one? So, got two. Thank you very much. And sorry for the last second request. So it wasn't supposed to be today, and then I just sprung it on them. All right. Barbarian mastery when. I'd love to do a barbarian style mastery. I think it'd be a lot of fun. That, like, you know, just the raw power and brutality of a barbarian style is something that I really enjoy. You you know, like whenever I play a primalist, that's the style of node that I try and I gravitate towards the most, I think. So I would love to do it, but you know, we're not working on any new masteries yet. There's no timeline on doing anything like that. I don't know. I don't even know if that will be the primalist the next primalist mastery or not. You know, like. I've heard a few. It's one of the ones that I've heard that I did like the idea of, but I've heard a few good primalist options for the fourth one. I know it might not seem it, but I think primalist is probably the one that I would have the hardest time picking a fourth mastery for of all the classes. If I was just given carte blanche to do whatever I wanted. Alright. My hope with the bug report question was that there would maybe some sort of a bug ID that gets generated with my in-game report. There is, that I might be able to dig up. You can't get, you won't gain access to it. If I could reference that in my forum Discord report, the two could be paired together to provide as much data as possible. I'll be gone when you get to this one, but I'll also be sure to toss this suggestion on the forums. Another wee one snoozing tonight, off to daycare. Pick up, have a good night. Good night. I understand that vibe all too well. But yeah, just for future, there is an ID that gets generated in our backend, but that ID isn't generated until it's already sent. It's part of the sending process that generates that ID, so we can't really communicate that back to you until it's being generated already. You can just put your account name there and I can find it. Like if it's really a big deal, like I made a bug report and this is my account name, like and even just on your forum, like we can reference your forum account to your in-game account. We can make that connection behind the scenes. Real warm in the office today. Has EHG moved at all? Maybe on pets pick up gold. You still have to pick up shards and loot, but gold is pets' thoughts. I really don't like pets being able to pick up gold myself. You know, like if that comes up in a design discussion, I'm gonna be on the other side of that aisle. Sorry. I haven't heard a good, personally, I haven't heard a good argument for having that. At least in my eyes. Like it already auto picks up, right? Like it's a lot of these automation processes feels like they're like stripping away elements of the game to me. Like, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm very happy to be wrong about this sort of thing. That's just the way it feels to me. Like you're venturing into this dungeon and braving the dangers to collect your loot and being able to like weigh the dangers of, hey, do I go down, like you're exploring some tomb and hey, is it worth the risk to go down farther in the tomb to collect more loot, and is it, you know, all this risk versus reward, moment to moment decision making is kind of what makes it fun for me. All right. I know we are looking at distilling that experience down a little bit, in general, and reducing some of the busy work that's involved with the whole process of looting in dungeons. Because it's not the primary gameplay mechanic. I agree with that one for sure. But it is a gameplay mechanic. It was tight. It was very tight. All right, more questions. Oh, there's a question in partially another language. It did a wonderful job at distracting me, if that was your goal, which I don't think it was. Yeah. Should have run more. Bah! Bah! I got crit. Am I not crit immune? What? I'm not even remotely close to crit immune, and my crit reduction's terrible. Well, that's a mistake. Oh yeah, we've got fortune potential on some stuff. Nope. Guess I should look, and now my potions are empty. Good job, Mike. Oh yeah, I was gonna reroll it, but I didn't. Yeah. Still rank 6. We're still real squishy. Maybe not. Let's check out what's going on in the fog. Are you excited for PoE 2? Also, are you taking the day off to play it on release? I'm not sure if I'm gonna take. Probably. Yes, I'm very excited. I got to try it in Germany at Gamescom in 2023, which was amazing. And yes, I am very excited for it. I feel like half the studio is going to take the day off. Depends on, I guess it really, okay, I should say, it depends what's going on at the time. So if we're gearing up for a release of our own, or if there's something important happening internally, maybe not, but probably. All right. Any new unique teasers, perhaps primordial uniques? No, you're gonna be waiting a long time for any information on that. Hello, I would like to ask, I play sometimes with controller, but the evade button is not mapped. Could it be my controller, or is not mapped for controllers? It is mapped. You played before it was added to the game, and when we added it to the game, we had an issue with updating the controller mapping. That means that you have to reset your controllers to your controller configuration to default, and then reassign the custom controller settings you have. And it will, it'll work. It's gonna be this button here.
Will not take me.
Right. Ooh, that's good. Bah. Bah, that's too bad. I was hoping we'd get some extra stats on that crest, but whatever. Still a nice pickup. we're pretty close to being able to handle empowered. We just need to we need to get a couple upgrades. I probably have good upgrades that'll help in my stash, and I just have to take some time and figure it out. All right. Is EHG set on doing a 4th mastery for all classes? It's the I don't want to say lock in for a specific outcome. I think it's going to depend and change a lot on what happens as we go through. This is very much a long-term consideration and is very subject to change. I personally believe we will do at least a 4th mastery for every class at some point. I don't think that all the 4th masteries will come at the same time together because they're very large undertakings, and it would be, we'd probably have to put aside, we have to shelve a lot of work long term just in order to have that happen all at once, and I don't think that would be wise. So I think we'll probably end up doing individual 4th masteries one at a time, maybe 2 at a time, depending. Over the years type thing. And so I wouldn't expect to see, hey, here's the 4th mastery patch and every single class gets a 4th mastery all at once. And I also wouldn't specifically expect it to end there either. So it's possible it could keep going. And we're just gonna get out of here because the guys are gonna kill us and we did it. So there's depends on how long people are interested in the game. Maybe it goes to 5 eventually on some of them, or all of them, or there's room to add more. And it's a very long-term decision and a long-term feature type thing. So I wouldn't put too much stock on the specifics of what I'm saying here either, because it can change a lot as well. But yeah, there's I've got at least 1 new mastery for each of the existing classes that I would really like to implement, and actually there's at least 2 for every mastery that I really want to implement. But we'll see what we get around to. We'll see what there's legs for. Will there be an April Fool's pranks in the future? For example, Mike B suit mastery or spicy hot sauce position special effects, potions special effects. I don't see why not. We've done some April Fool's stuff before. Just little social posts. There was one where there was we posted a car that you could spawn in, very reminiscent of the Age of Empires Big Daddy cheat code, and the or start your engines. Is that the cheat code? One of the two. I can't remember. One of them might be AoE 1, might be AoE 2. Yeah. And we did a VR announcement because someone had got it working in VR. We're not actually doing VR, just for the record. And there's things like that we've done before. I'd love to do more. I think we did a hot sauce. Was the hot sauce stream April Fools? I'd love to do that again. I just made. Got these little dangerous devils they're habanero peppers that I grew and dehydrated, and I'm gonna put them in a spice grinder and make habanero flakes out of them. Love it. Uh, 225 timer. What? Current time 225 PST? No, that's impossible. Oh, 215. Yes. Okay, good. Wonderful. Message from the future. Love it. Are they still remove only tabs? Yep, they're still remove only tabs. Weekly question on roadmap update. Oh, I hope soon. Cobra car, was that the cheat? It was Cobra Car. Oh my goodness, really? It was just Cobra. Huh. What was the one cheat? Okay. AoE 1 was Big Daddy. I had it right the first time. Wrong game. AoE 1, a black sports car that shoots rockets. Not crazy. Well, not wrong. All right. Yeah, roadmap update. We gotta get that updated soon. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I hope it's soon. Because there's even questions in today's stream that I'm like, we had that roadmap update out, no one has that. Alright, will Season 2 have the stuff you had on the roadmap for the next 2 cycles, or will you also add more new stuff that wasn't on the previous roadmap? There will be things that was on the roadmap and things that was not on the roadmap, and not everything that was on the roadmap will be there as well. So there's some amount of things from the roadmap and some amount of things not from the roadmap, which is why the roadmap is very useless right now.
Death will not take me.
Really, we should at least just take it down, I think. But it's like, it's been out there for so long. It's on like so many websites and... It's really obvious which way I'm facing with this. Maybe a little too obvious? I'm out of form. I didn't even notice I was out of form. We're gonna let that run out. Hold on. Yeah. All right. We're looking at the remove only tabs. So in your stash, if you have played in a previous season, in your stash, when you're on a legacy character, there will be a drop-down menu here that will let you pick between previous cycles or seasons now, or will be seasons, where you can pick like season 1, season 2, and it'll let you just go back in time to stashes that you had in previous seasons, and the whole thing will change. All your tabs will change, everything, and you'll be able to take whatever you want out of those. Oh, I'm feeling great today. I don't know what it is, but I'm just having a lot of fun. You know, okay, I know what it is. It was that I actually beat a boss on first try that I thought I wasn't going to. That felt quite good. We should get the other... Okay, we're gonna get the... If next time I die, we'll get the next teaser out. So I expect to see cheers when I die next. That's okay. Random question, if anyone's drafted OTJ recently, I'm going to draft that tonight. Which archetype should I play? Because we don't play logically, we force archetypes here. It looks like I'm going to be moving as well. Pretty pumped on that. Oh boy, is it stressful. It's one thing I love about this game. It keeps me grounded. All right. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're away to the races. I got 1,000 gold on purple. Oh, we're gonna lose one. I can feel it. My goodness. Okay, something good must have just dropped, you know? The Beastmasters are in the middle of it, just like pummeling me at the same time. I should just grab that. That would have made that so much easier. Oh, that was great. Oh, +4 summon Skelly Chest. That's actually decent. Okay. See if there's anything in here. Zyanda. That might be useful. Nothing. That was nothing. All right. Not a lot actually good. Oh, I don't hate that. That was fun. Okay, that was awesome. All right. When can we get an auto vacuum for affix shards? If you mean like similar to gold, where when you just walk over it and it picks it up, I don't think we have any plans for that at the moment. You're welcome to put requests in suggestions channels on various places, or upvote other requests of similar natures that have been made. The logs were marked for death, so I had to oblige. Oh, we got an egg. Oh, we got an egg. Okay. You know what we're doing with the egg, right? Here's the problem with what we're doing with the egg. We're gonna put our weapon in the egg. We only have the one weapon. So, we have to pull another weapon out of our stash first, or else we're not gonna be able to kill the boss. We have to pull a good enough weapon out that we can kill the boss. We do have this weapon on us. Is it even like... That's pretty rough by difference. We can do it though. What is the highest damage two-handed axe we have? Or just two-handed weapon in general, really. You know, we can just go with what we've got. We're gonna craft this up as best we can. We're not doing a ton of dot stuff. We're doing some. Necrotic damage, there we go. Yeah. Alright, ignite. We're gonna try and chaos that. Shock, no thanks. All attributes. Health on kill. We actually like that, but I think I like poison on hit more, actually. Okay. That's gonna do. This is gonna be long enough to find two of these. Probably have to go to somewhere lower level just to like survive through this. We want LP on this so bad. And I'm so nervous to do this. Okay, we're fine. We just gotta go find 2 more. And we've got to roll with a junky weapon until then. This is a bit of a gamble. But this could pay off. Okay. We've got half an hour. We can do this. We can find 2 more in half an hour. As you get to like higher empowered, they happen so fast. Shurikens! Give me those shurikens. Any more questions? I need more questions, guys. I need it. Aaron, give you what? What do you need? I'm playing an Merchant's Guild. I could. The Skelly armor? Oh, you want that? This thing? What's the second teaser? Less than 30 left? Okay. Oh, I said when I died next. Yeah, okay, sure. There we go. Calculated. Was not calculated. All right. Besides TCG mechanic, obviously, what mechanic from a different game would you like most to be added to LE? Proper procedural map generation. I think that's the like. We don't have procedural generated content, and I think that's on like right now. That's the for me. Like when I play the game, that's the biggest thing that I find missing for myself when I like for my own fun is that thing. So that's the big thing that I would add in. Good news, we're working on it. It's gonna be good. So yeah, we've also got a nice little Iron Blade note here. Iron Blade travels faster, causing it to also travel further. Additionally, Vengeance and Riposte hits have a chance to attack with Iron Blade per point of attunement up to a maximum. Iron Blade, so it's a 2-point nuke, so it can get up to 50% speed and range. So actually, you go pretty far for that. Chance for attunement is 1% per point, so you can get it up pretty darn high. The max chance is 80%, which you can hit at high level. So you're pretty reliably hitting Iron Blades with Vengeance. Vengeance hits and Riposte hits, so it's quite a bit. Doesn't look like there's any internal cooldown on that, which is surprising, but awesome. And we can go shove that in the corner. Oh man, okay. Here we go. We gotta find more of this. I'm very motivated to get some awesome stuff here. I'm kind of considering actually going to, because we don't have anything here. I know it'll be a little bit easier, but I mean, what's our like? We're still almost appropriately leveled for this content. Oop, that don't want to click on that. I was just joined a design meeting in process. That would have been bad. I'm gonna click off that, so we're not one click away from joining a design meeting. Which the audio would immediately get put through my speakers and through the game. Through the stream. I made a mechanic from a different genre. Oh, like tower defense, auto battler. Ah, I see what you're saying. Builder, etc. Mechanics that aren't part of the ARPG genre, which would be favored to adapt for LE. Okay, awesome. Good question. Ooh. That's gonna require some thinking. I think, yeah, okay, so I think there's room for like in the ecosystem that we have, I think there's room for micro mechanics where like there's like mini games where you find like a very specific mechanic. So here's an example of this already in the game. Arena Echoes. I know there's an arena mode, but let's just focus on Arena Echoes. It's basically a different game mode, and that just exists in that echo. And I think there's room for more specialty type echoes like that, where you can kind of put a mini game in them or a mini mechanic in them. And like, I think there's room for some really out of the box things that you could put there, as long as there was a way to like opt out of certain types of them, or opt into specific ones type thing. So like, as long as there's a way to kind of curate that experience, because sometimes the gameplay that you're signing up for with these alternate mini experiences are not what someone likes in their ARPG. And so I think what we'd have to do is we'd have to add a bunch of them all at once. But I think there's room. And so, okay, so what could we put in there? This is me just running with your idea here, and because I really like it a lot. I'm trying to just say the things you already said as examples, but tower defense does sound awesome. Like a system, like you could have a wave system where they're coming from a specific direction always, and like as there's certain, almost like an inverse of like a MOBA system kind of thing, where like you, instead of like defending towers in a line, like as you advance down the line, you can build up towers that would act as like a tower defense system in the end. I don't know. I think there's cool stuff. There's something in there that's really cool. What I think adapting a MOBA would be really, really cool, but that's kind of just a PvP system. Tower defense is probably the easiest to implement. It would be fun too. I don't know. I really like this idea though. What can we do? What can we implement? Can't really change the camera angle, so you're kind of limited to genres that share a similar camera angle for the most part. You can almost do like an RTS. Oh, here's what you could do. You could do it as a almost like a board game, I guess, like a turn-based strategy game system, where there's a specific enemy that's making strategic moves on a board. Like if there was okay, here we go. We got here. You put Erebos. You put. So I'm playing Magic tonight, not right now. You put Orvis. We don't need mana or mana regen at all. Okay, focus on the awesome idea we're having in the middle of right now. You put Orvis on the timeline, or you do the shade if you want to, but you have it as an actual like enemy character that's making strategic moves against you. So maybe you're finding some way to manipulate your timeline, like you have some sort of resource to like place echoes down or manipulate echoes, but then like Orvis takes a turn and like curses the decision you just made type thing, or like puts blockers down in your way, or some sort of like asymmetrical turn-based strategy game laid over top of the timeline UI. There we go. For the record, that's something I came up with right now. It is not something we're planning on doing at all. I will be pitching it at some point. It will almost assuredly get rejected, and I'm totally fine with that. Just don't want anyone to get their hopes up, that's all. That's a cool, it's a fun thing to think about, right? Good question. Very good question. I like that. Maybe some roguelike game mode? Yeah, so I think like hardcore mode kind of is that roguelike system a little bit. It's fairly drawn out. So I guess having like each echo is kind of a roguelike in a sense too. So I guess more of a larger roguelike system might be interesting as well. Yeah. If anyone likes platforming games and rogue style games, you've probably played this game a ton, but Rogue Legacy is, oh my god, it's so good. Rogue Legacy 2, also recently, not that recently, but much more recently, and is so phenomenal. Love those games. Great sense of humor in them too. All right, Mike, that Orbis strategy thing sounds awesome. Can we expect it for the 1.2 release, which will be this February? No. Yeah, the content lock for the patch, it would be like, would happen before I'd even have a prototype ready, even if I started working on it right now. We're locking content so much earlier for this patch just because we want to, have that time for iteration on a more finished product, so we can make sure that there's the fun is living in the content. And I guess this is what I was talking about earlier about how, like, yeah, we've gotten faster at making content, but we're adding in some extra steps to make that content better and more fun. So this is one of those things we're doing, is that we're having that content lock happening a lot earlier, so we have more time for a polishing phase. And like, as we got that content in and people are testing it internally, and we push it out to the CT program and we get some feedback from the community on it and things like that, there's more time for us to make pivots. And like, even with Aberoth, because that was the earliest one we done up to that point, and we made some pretty big changes on Aberoth and the lead up to Aberoth from the original version that went out for testing. Aaron, I will totally give you this chest if you want it, by the way. I don't know if we ever turned P2P trading back on, so I may have to like list it and you have to buy it. Give me some gold. Doing anything to increase the production speed cycle patches has been a bit light for my taste. I agree. We've been like, we're hiring a new gameplay developer. Basically, if you want to work with me, specifically like making abilities and stuff like that. I think we announced it last stream. There's a developer position, so you need to be real good with the clickety clackety, typing the code out, but also enjoy design stuff too. And we are increasing the speed there. We delayed this quite a lot because we had a pretty big pivot on what we were planning on doing for 1.2 based on feedback from 1.1. This is why feedback's so important. Is because, like, I think we're gonna have a way better 1.2 product at the end when 1.2 comes out. That'll be a lot more fun. It should be a better way to put it. It'll be a lot more fun. Because 1.1 was good and there's a lot of good things we did with it, but it didn't revitalize the end game to the extent which we had hoped. And I think we're still learning how to interpret feedback as well, because I think a lot of the feedback we got from 1.0 was, hey, this is great, just slap an endgame boss on it and it'll be even greater. And that's what we did, and it wasn't great enough. You know what I successfully did not do this stream, and last as well, I think, was play with something covering the gameplay. Like some teaser. Yeah. Since I'm not seeing any more questions, any thoughts on a warrior class pitch, if you've read it? On the warrior class, but also Orbis strategy thing in 1.2. I've read a couple warrior class pitches. I don't know if I've read the specific one you're talking about. It wasn't recent. If you tell me where it is, I might go look at it and check it out and react to it live if you got a TLDR on it. I didn't clue in for a second that was my stuff. I'm like, this is an arena. Why aren't they coming for me? Ding, level up. Ding, level up. Love it. Yeah, going to empowered at 81 on like not one of the crazy OP builds was probably ambitious, especially considering I haven't upgraded any of my gear since I hit level 90 timelines. Probably ambitious. Oh, I missed come back here. Oh, you're not getting away. You're not getting away. Joth Bear always makes me smile. I should have the grimoire equipped. Why don't I think I have a grimoire? Why do I not have it equipped? Just realizing I'm crazy. All right. They're here. This one? Yeah, flat melee necrotic damage. That we're doing? I think so. Hello! It'd be awesome to get some arena mode where you will require 3 LP item to open it, and get some really difficult waves on end of it. Would get something similar to 3 LP item for it, or just overall really good loot. Yeah, like having gear as the key to get in is tricky because it's so hard to put a value on what gear actually is based on properties like that. So like there's 3 LP, like just using that as an example, there are 3 LP items that are unbelievable. Like if a 3 LP version of Wings of Argentus dropped, it would instantly be the best item that has ever dropped in the game. But if a 3 LP like Alchemist Ladle drops, everyone goes, okay, so so it's I think it would have to be on a different axis, and so having items that are equipment requirements for entering a zone like that, turning the equipment into a key is a really difficult proposition to have, where you're not giving, and this is one of those noob traps we were talking about earlier, where you can like a new player may have a very rare item, but they don't understand that it's a very rare item, and they throw it away as a key to something like this. And so that feels really bad. Like the first time you throw it away as a key, and then like 2 days later you find out like, oh my god, that was amazing, and I threw it away, and it, like that feeling just like eats away at your soul. All right, if you'll allow some feedback here, the Harbinger patch gave some much needed structure to the Monolith Warrior class pitch. Is in feedback forums a couple weeks ago or so. It's kind of long to cover here. Ah, yes. Well, I will, I'll tell you what. I will go look it up. And I will read it later. It's fine. Forums, category, feedback. That's the wrong feedback. There's the right feedback. I'm going to search in here. Warrior. The warrior class. A suggestion 9 days ago. And that username lines up. Yeah, I will, tell you what, I will read that. I have not read this yet. Masteries, Barbarian, Beast. Oh, it's a base class. Okay. Dragon Knight. Cool. My like, just from the names, I've read 4 words. I've read Warrior, Barbarian, Beast, and Dragon Knight, so 5 words. I think there's going to be, I'm feeling there's a lot of thematic overlap with the Sentinel. And you could probably take it's kind of riding that line between Sentinel and Primalist. And it feels like you could probably take most of the masteries and put them on either Primalist or Sentinel. It's probably what I'm going to find, I think. I could be wrong. But I will read the whole thing properly. And I'll let you know what I think. Alright. Will there be some new idle shapes like L or Z or such, or bigger than 4 square? Yeah, okay. When we first designed the idle system, we actually had in the original design document irregularly shaped idols. So yeah, L's, and there was like proximity things like bonuses for if it's for every idol that it's touching. We had, there's some other stuff too, like there was a lot of things the idol system had in it in the original like pie in the sky design that we've cut for a few reasons, for just implementation time, also just ease of understanding and ease of use, and like teachableness of the system. But there's things in there that I'd really like to bring back, and unfortunately irregularly shaped idols is probably not one of the things that's going to be coming back from that list. And I definitely didn't say all the things because there's a few things that I think actually will happen that I wanted to keep secret. But I think that there are some really good options in there for expansions to the idol system that I'd like to see happen, probably in conjunction with some more idol crafting options eventually, or like at least idol modification systems. And I think there's some opportunities for a lot of fun to happen there. But yeah, like, and you look at this and you go like, yeah, an L would be really great as like so you can still like take up 4 slots. It's really big, but then like, because right now most of the 4 longs on either direction, like tall or long, preclude any use of 4 longs or talls on the other side type. And you know, like I'd really like to, as we go, change the shape of this, like I don't know, move the dots in or something like that, and have the same number of, like change the configuration at some point in a patch, because we can change that configuration. And I think there's opportunities for having some like where like a new player won't care at all about it, and they'll just see the same system and it won't affect their gameplay at all really. But an existing player who's coming back for it, it'll be like just a little, like it'll be a familiar enough system where it's still, there's not like a big paradigm shift. You have to learn it all over again, but it's like different enough that you're solving the same puzzle in a different way and having to like come at it from a different angle a little bit of times. I'd liken that to kind kind of a really simple version of how, you know, you play Catan 1,000 different times and you'll have 1,000 different boards. And it's the same problem you're solving, but you're coming at it with a tiny bit different restriction, a tiny bit different way every single time. And I like that. Man, I wish I could play more Catan. My wife hates Catan. That's like the one board game that we really disagree on. It's one of my favorites and it's one of her least favorites. And it's entirely my fault because the first time she played, we played with the base game, Seafaring, Cities and Knights, a piece from Traders and Barbarians in there as well. Just the fish, but still counts. And it was a 6-player variant of all those things, and there was 6 people there. And unfortunately, it was too much. It was one of the first like modern board games she'd ever played as well, so she wasn't accustomed to it yet. I think if I never sprung it on her, it'd be one of her favorite games now. It would consume the 3 LP item for access. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, and what I was talking about. Do you guys track rare high LP drops, like if a 4 LP red ring drops? Do you have a sirens going off in the office? I don't think there's an automated system for it. I think we can like check, we can like parse the database for versions of those items that exist. But I don't think we have like flags that go up when one of them that happens. I know there's a bunch of tracking stuff we've just added in for 1.2, and like a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of things in that category that we're working on right now, but there's not much of it that works right now.
It eludes me.
That health drain is fast right now. Come on, we want another nemesis before stream ends. Do I stick around for a few minutes and try and get another one? I think so. I gotta know if it goes up anymore. Can you please remove arenas from monoliths? It's so annoying. No. But I will give you a little glimmer of hope in that I hear the problem I hear the problem that's causing this feedback, and I'm committed to improving the experience for you. I don't just mean making arena echoes better. But yes, also doing that as well. Okay, come on, we're racing. We're going. We need... I need to keep an eye on my chat to make sure that it doesn't pop up. I think I missed a couple from that. Just like not keeping an eye open. In regards to the idle question, so you were saying like instead of having this 5x5 kind of diamond shape with the holes at the corners of 5x5 square with the holes in different spots around the center. I mean, maybe, yeah, we can move. Right now it is under the hood a 5x5 grid that we have just blocked off a few spots. Like that's literally what it is. It is a 5x5 grid. And so we can block off any spots we want. Making it a 6x6 grid's problematic. It can be done. But yeah, it's one of those things that it is modular for us. Because like there's literally just like an image that's just sitting over that spot, making it so you can't click on it. And there's checks in the back end too to make sure you can't click on it. But like the original version was just a physical blocker. It never went to release that way. All right. Come on. We're just going. We're just going and we're getting it. I want it. We're over time. Come on, Mike. I'm gonna two more. I'm gonna sell 2 more echoes. Okay, speaking of 4LP items and analytics, are you happy with the rates of item drops with high LP? I feel like a lot of the times you would see some content creators showcase some builds with some cool high LP items, yet regular players would never see anything through their gameplay cycle. Yeah, I think there's always going to be expectation and results dissonance between like people who are playing a ton and who have support in some cases from people who are helping them, like a community behind them, and someone who's picking it up to play casually for a few days and things like that. We tried really hard to to make exciting things drop and like to have high LP items of less expensive items, like of lower rarity items, but high LP versions be possible for players to get. And I think a lot of the content creators, at least a lot of the ones that like I see cover Last Epoch regularly, do a really good job of setting reasonable expectations for the LP items they're putting in their builds and things like that. So I don't think there's too much of an issue there, but I do understand where you're coming from, and it's not perfect. Arena, why did I pick Arena? Can they even spawn in here? I don't know if they can even spawn in here. I don't think they can. Not right now anyways. That's gotta change though. Just like mechanics in general, being able to spawn in arenas, that's like one of the worst parts about them right now. Having the special shrine spawn in here was good. That was a step in the right direction. This one doesn't count. Do one more. Come on, one more, please. I want my weapon back. It's so close. I can feel it. Okay, here we go. Do you plan to add any high-end crafting that could be an alternative to LP items slamming? Any ideas to give class powerful abilities which high risk, high reward? Would also love to see some idle poaches. If you could drop that give you different size and shape. Yeah, was it pouches or poaches? Poaches. I think there's adding more glyphs and runes, especially high tier ones, is something that I think we're really interested in doing. I know we're really interested in doing, because every patch we're like, just what could we possibly make into a new glyph or rune? Like that's something we try to do so often, and I think it's having things that I can't really talk about some of these things without giving stuff away. There's stuff we're working on that fits into this category really well. I think we really need to have. There's a lot of discussion going on right now about the experience. Oh my god! I clicked another arena. We're not doing this. Improving the way slams work in general is really important. And I'd really like to see. I'm really excited for people to see what the changes coming in general are. Because I think, like you mentioned in the question, having a high risk, high reward, and that's what high level LP crafting is. It's high risk, it's high reward, you know. But I think there's a lot of there's not a lot there's almost nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do to improve your odds at it at all. There's no steps you can take to feel like you're affecting that gameplay mechanic. And I think there's a bit of a feeling of helplessness that sinks in sometimes with regards to it. And so I think having a little bit more agency in that category would really help a lot. And to be clear, I'm not suggesting that there's going to be some way to pick which one is going to go in, but being able to just do something to improve your odds of getting the outcome you want, I think would be positive. Where is it? I just want my sword, my axe back so bad. This is the problem, as I get into this where I'm like, I don't want to stop playing, but the stream's over and I don't. Yeah, I want to finish this. Are we just gonna have to save it for next time? We may have to save it for next time. If I don't find it in this one, we're gonna save it for next time. I can be responsible. I don't know if I can, actually. Any more questions? Can you please share if there are any throwing passives added to the Sentinel? There are unique items for Javelin, but I think only Void Knight has passives for scale that. Nope, there's there's lots of throwing passives in Forge Guard. That was wonky. I mark for death. What's my cold res is actually a negative.
That is too much.
Give me those ice beetles. Okay. I don't think we're gonna find it. That's too bad. I wanted to see what it was gonna be. We'll start the stream off next time with it. Alright, can you make map icons for exalted items so that I don't miss my drops? Okay, no, I'm not doing a subathon until I find my drop. Oh gosh. Would last like 5 minutes, but whatever. Alright. Well, we didn't find it. We're gonna wait till next time. This is a great stream. I had so much fun. Okay, the last question is, can you put a map icon on the exalted items so I don't miss drops? There's a lot of exalted items that drop. It would have to go through the loot filter system, and there's some issues there that we still have to resolve. Some controller next week. Thanks. I did a whole stream last time with the controller. I personally enjoy keyboard and mouse a lot more myself, so I'll probably stick with it. Especially as I'm getting into harder content. But who knows? Let's see what happens. I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. I'll be back same time, same place next week. I'll be able to answer any more of your questions. If I missed a question, I apologize. It was not intentional. Please head on over to our Discord and ask it again, and I will do my best to answer it there. in the Acid Edge channel. That's about it. Hope everyone has a lovely day. Wonderful weekend. Aaron, I don't know how you're still going, but I'm gonna come say hi. Most impressive. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, I got an end screen, don't I? Yeah. All right, drink lots of water. We'll see you next time.